Well, it's a pleasure and thank you for joining us on this coffee court. We'll be speaking matters of bilateral relationship between Uganda and Turkey, of course, given the many forums we've had. How much does Uganda export? How much does it bring? And what does all these forums bring us to? My guest is Mr. Otuku Bengishu. He is the founder of Bengishu Expo, but also the head of World Corporation. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Fred.
It's a pleasure. Talk to us about, you've had many forums where you meet Uganda and Kenya. Why all these engagements?
My company founded by 2012, 10 years ago. We opened this company to cooperate and develop, to make new opportunities and to growing up business between Turkey and African countries. Especially I'm focusing on the sub-Saharan African countries, because in sub-Saharan African countries, when we check the statistic, they have a lot of surge, they have a lot of power, young population, but they need investment. And we are trying to open their potential, their real potential for the world. So Turkish people mentalities, and they are waiting some opportunities. They want to see some light for the economy and business opportunities in these countries. When they are aware of that, they come to start trade and make business collaboration, and the process going on by the investment stories. Now Turkey has $7 billion directly investment to Africa. $7 billion.
Okay.
And Turkish infrastructure and contractors has managed 1,800 projects in Africa, totally value over $81 billion. It is very big opportunity for Turkey and African side. And Turkey has started to interest Africa, especially the main change, big change was the 2003 year. And we started to open embassies in the African countries. Now Turkey has 43 embassies in Africa. And Turkish Airlines also, a largest network in Africa, in 63 cities, from Istanbul to African cities. Directly flight we have.
Okay.
In 42 countries. And Turkey wants to touch about the educational issues. Because of that, Turkey invites every year 30,000 university students to study in Turkey with scholarship. It's very important issue. Because Turkey focuses the future of Africa. And first of all, we are organizing some trade facilities to understand each people themselves very well. And Turkish and African business people started to discover themselves. What is the benefits and opportunities in Turkey? What is the benefit and opportunities in Africa side? Also Uganda. Turkey has interest some sub-Saharan African countries, you know very well. For example, Ethiopia, we invest over $2.5 billion. In Ghana, we invest almost $500 million directly. So why Uganda don't be a new hub point for Turkey?
And why?
We are asking it. When we check the statistic, the other countries, the close countries, the successful countries for to take investment from Turkey, they visit Turkey a lot. They come to discover Turkey a lot. After that, Turkish business world started to aware who they are. Then they started to come to discover the opportunities, and the process is changing to an investment project. I'm inviting Ugandan people to discover to Turkey, because Turkey never think just sell products to Africa. Turkish mentality is different. Turkey offer a different way to African people, also Uganda. Turkey think that we can share with you about our development story, development experience, technology experience. Maybe in the future, Uganda can be a manufacturers in East Africa, a new hub point.
That's
a new-
possible.
Yes, new technology point, new manufacturing point, and export point. And we are here to discuss for it. My company organized business forum to open this way to Uganda and Turkish sides. And we are organizing business forums in sub-Saharan African countries and Turkey to develop their business cooperation. Until now, we've finished 67 different organizations in sub-Saharan African countries.
Okay.
We are organizing forum in Ethiopia, in Ivory Coast, in Kinshasa, in Accra, and in Senegal, in Togo. We are organizing exhibitions. And my biggest event is in Ankara, which will held 14 and 15 of September, and we are inviting 1,250 African traders to make B2B meeting directly 350 Turkish manufacturers. Because a manufacturer company from Turkey is getting to be a potential investor for the future.
So you've talked about the opportunities in this. Where does Uganda benefit from these kind of forums? What do we pick from Turkey? What do we get from Turkey? What are the opportunities?
You know, international forums, international business forums, and a promotion for the countries. When you come to international forum, you can touch multi-sectors people. For example, in agriculture, I know very well. In Uganda, there are lots of business opportunity in the agriculture side. When an Ugandan young businessman or Ugandan small and middle enterprises, and scale enterprises, they can come, they can discover the high technologies to bring Uganda to manufacture more quality and more quantity. Then a potential investor from Turkey discover to Uganda and they come and they want to invest. Because when Uganda business people come to this forum, they are telling the countries, they are telling the country business opportunities. It is very important issue because Turkish business people wants to know about Uganda more. And the best way of the promotion, Uganda delegations come to Turkey and tell their story, tell their business, tell their opportunities, and invite Turkish people. It's the best way.
Okay.
My forum is the largest Africa Tema forum in the world. 1,250 people from Africa at the same time, at the same hall, they are talking about business with Turkish companies.
So how can Ugandans prepare themselves to benefit from this kind of gathering or forum?
Especially Ugandans business people should prepare their companies' value and their companies' brochures and their companies' future aims and free land process and suitable lands and locations and Uganda's sources and Uganda economy statistic. It is very important because people want to know how can I invest in Uganda, how can I trade with Uganda, how can I develop business with Uganda, how can I collaborate, which industries are suitable to collaborate. For example, real estate, construction. You know, Turkey started to construction in Africa 1970. In Libya, we start first time outside from Turkey. In 1970, we make our first construction in the world, in Africa. And until now, we finalized, as we talked before, we finalized 170, almost 180 1,800 project almost we finalized. And maybe Turkish real estate company can come, can invest to housing projects, to the other building project. Maybe Turkish agriculture company can come to invest, to make business collaboration with you. So Turkey, Turkey is getting to be a hub point for the technology and for the manufacturing. We are talking about industrial zone of Uganda, the new project, the new idea. It's very excited for me. But Turkey, we have 330 industrial zone. They are working now. 330. And in Turkey, you can see more than 200,000 people manufacture. And Turkey has 4 million company for traders registered.
So all these are opportunities for Uganda to tap into.
Yes. Ugandan people, business people can come and discover these opportunities. It's very important.
So what is it that I must have in order to tap into these opportunities? Maybe as a Ugandan, what is it that I must be in position to have in order to tap into these opportunities?
In our country, during our business forum, Ugandan people can come and start B2B meeting with directly Turkish people. Then they can choose different alternatives for their partnership and their business future building. So they can come to our organization. We are inviting Ugandan business people to participate in this organization. It will be held on Ankara, capital city of Turkey, and the biggest Congress central Congress called Congresu, between 14 and 15 September. They can come and we will help them about get visa. We will help them about to find the right business people, business partnership for them. Before they come, we are sending an online booking form. They are filling the form. They present themselves and they write us what they want, what they need, and then my professional team start to engage with them. When they come to Turkey, they already engage our according to product.
Let's now talk the language of trade volumes. The trade volumes between Uganda and Turkey have actually kept on increasing. If you look at the report from Uganda Investment Authority, 2019-2020, there was an increase between 41 US dollar up to 63. So what explains the increase in the trade volume between Turkey and Uganda?
Yes. For the Turkish economy, some African countries separated by the volume, and some of the volume can reach $1 billion. Some of the volume can reach $500 million, and some for them we have to organize $250 million volume. And we are the first step in that. And then we are talking about, after we pass the first step, we are talking about $500 million a new goal. But because of that, we have to more engage with Turkish and Ugandan business. We have to organize more forums, more business meetings, and more business travel to Uganda and Turkey. So for this forum, I think that it is a big K for the big step, first step for the new investment and trade stories. Especially, I want to give you some samples about my forums. For example, Sierra Leone is one of the participation country in this forum. And before they come to forum, the trade volume was maybe almost zero because nobody knows each other. But now Turkey has 6th biggest partner in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
Yes, it is the big development story, and I'm here to write the new story for Uganda. Inshallah, I will invite a lot of people for Uganda side to participate in this forum. And next year, when we discuss about Uganda-Turkish trade volume, we will see the difference.
Okay. So what needs to be changed when it comes to matters of the climate investment in Uganda, from your experience? Oh, yes.
I think that your government prepare an investment area, industrial area for the Turkish people. They are preparing to give a land, and I know very well your government is supporting all of the investors inside and outside. If your conditions is enough for the investment, the government supports to you about the stable electric price and low tax and free land. This is big opportunities, but I think that maybe we can get an example the other countries to get more investors than here. Sometimes the local banks and local economic conditions can help investors to construction, to finalize their construction to investments. Because yes, Freeland is a good starting. I believe that it's a good opportunity, and some energy cost and some tax, low tax is very good opportunity. But I think that maybe we can discuss about the special projects, because we have to learn about when we invest to Uganda, how can we export our products from Uganda? And then maybe we can discuss about the transport issues, and how can we use the Victoria Lake for the international transport. And maybe we can find investors for this issue, this point, to help us more trade. And we have to know more information about the country conditions, and we have to focus which area, which industry needs invest to develop the country, and then we will decide.
Are you saying things like Lake Victoria are great opportunities vis-a-vis investment? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. And when I go to Istanbul again, I want to meet some transport communities and some port and some logistic communities, because they have some investment story, investment experience in the other countries. Maybe we need to tell them about the Victoria Lake opportunities, the three countries connection point. Maybe we can find a way to invest a company here to transport for the trucks. It is very important, because maybe the cost will be discounted rate, and after the investment, because of the transport time and transport cost getting to lower than, and this opportunity will ensure to us growing up to trade facilities and export facilities. Any appeal to the public? Your final remark, anyway. Yani, it was a great opportunity for me. It's my pleasure. I really appreciate to take your time, and I want to remind again my business forum, 7th time, will be organized in Turkey, 14 and 15 of September in Ankara, and WCI forum will give you big business opportunity to growing up your business with Turkish mentality and Turkish partnership. And I'm inviting to you, and you can get information in our website, wciforum.com. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Otuku Bengishu, for speaking to us. Of course, he's the founder of Bengishu Expo. We've been digesting matters of Turkish and Uganda as a country vis-a-vis investment. This is the Coffee Court. My name is Fred Makubya. We drive your business.